Okay, so this is just going to be a casual one, as they always are, but there's no particular lesson plan. I just figured I'd come back on and just be like, oh, this is what's been going on. This is where I've been. This is why I haven't made a video. And maybe you'll actually get a takeaway of some sort, but it's unscripted. But there is a couple things that I did notice happened. So the first thing happened is I was making videos every single day. I was working out, so on, whatever. And then I had some late nights, whether I went out, went to bed late, or, ate too much, just generally not living the best, even though I was living really well. And one of the important things that I noticed was I stopped going for a walk. Now, I was trying to figure out what exactly happened. Like, when did I stop walking, and was I not, when did I stop working out? And it's only been these few days. And it was when I started kind of going around other people more, spending more time like around the clock with my girlfriend and being in contact with just more people in just general. All in all, I was like living this other kind of life. So there would be my life where I go about my thing, I work on my things, I see somebody, hang out with them for a little while, even if it's a long time, but it's just it's bookended in a sense. Like, it's like over at a certain point. Then I get back to my life, and it's like I'm riding this wave. And then I guess just something happened. It just kind of, everything flowed into the next one. I just like one event to the next event, one thing to do to the next thing to do, then one errand to the other. And I never really was really just sticking in my own life. And I realized that just today, that the one constant that kept things level and kept me afloat and kept me from deriving to one thing to another and back was going for walks. Walking is this secret power in my life, and I think everyone's life, but for me, it was the reason I lost like 20 pounds. If you walk 10,000 steps a day or more, and you have like a low calorie intake, you're going to lose weight really, really fast. You're going to think straight. You're going to be inspired. You'll be excited about certain music, whatever. For me, I love podcasts and audiobooks. And if you didn't know, a lot of the great philosophers like Socrates and whoever, like Nietzsche, they're all like, yeah, I've never had what the hell do they say? Every good thought came from a walk. Something like that. I can't even remember what they said. I don't care. But the idea is that walking affects everybody. We're supposed to walk. We're supposed to go on nice long walks. And I wasn't doing that. And my whole life became it would start to unravel in a sense. The one that I was building, the one that I was like structured with. And I think that a walk is kind of like a regulator or a governor of sorts, so I don't get off the trail or the rails, whatever. So I went for a walk today, and guess what? My brain just jumped right back on, and I feel good. I'm making a video. I cranked out a video that I need to do for this knife company. And then, I just have to say, like, yeah, it was good to do what I wanted. And that was one of the things with this videos. I was like not worried about it, like making videos for this channel, because I was just like, yeah, well, whatever, I do what I want. These videos are just whenever I feel like it. And that's fair and that's good. But I liked making the videos better than not feeling like I'm making a video. So back to walking or exercising. I think I'm going to replace long walks with a shorter walk and some more gym time, and start waking up earlier if I can manage to crunch that earlier. But I am a night person. I've always been, so it's really hard. But my life always has gotten extremely better when I was waking up early. When I woke up at like 4:30, I had the most productive life. I must have accomplished 4 or 5 times more in a day than anyone I knew, let alone myself. Must have been like 8 times what I normally do, but of other people. Anyways, I would love to get back to that, but man, it's a process to get there. So, excuse me. My current plan to get back on track with this, like, is go for more walks until I'm fully kind of in a momentum. Meditate more. Meditating is so key to regulate your brain. So I've got my mind, my body, and then for spirit, I don't know what I'm gonna particularly do for that. I'm not religious, but that doesn't mean that I don't think there's something there. I just have to find the thing that works for me. And I feel like that's kind of something that's happening in the world right now. I think that there's a weird kind of spiritual war. So let's say if I was religious, I would be screaming at people, to bring their faith back, because I think people are too superficial or too sciencey or too physical, and I think there's a part missing. And then anything that's like spiritual, that's like it's a little too woo wooey, like horoscopes and stuff like that, and that's not helpful stuff really. So there's a missing element. So I'm currently reassessing all of that, and I am seeing merit in a lot of religious stuff. So as much as I don't particularly subscribe to it, it is interesting to me. So I might read up on a little bit more of that. But yeah, so as far as everything goes, I just think that there was an imbalance for the past week or so. I don't even remember the last video I uploaded, but that was what's going on. So yeah, walking, working out, keeping back on track, and meditating. The way that I was just kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it. It just was not myself. I felt like I was on splitting at the seams. So very interesting, and I could feel myself going a little crazy. Like I'd be going to bed or wake up in the middle of the night and just feel a little bit nuts, like actually kind of just like a little loose in the cage. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on lately. I hope you all have been doing good. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to, talk about those in another thing. So comment anything, and I'll just make a reply video if it seems like a good question. Statements are really hard to make a video on. Questions are good though. But okay, good to be back. Cheers.